What a beautiful gyroscope. It's got a gold wheel, it's brass or something, in the top and in the bottom, so it's got two lots of weights, it's double the weight, so a lot of inertia. And a beautiful, beautiful gyroscope, and the batteries are here. It sits there, waiting to be recharged and reused. Wonderful. So this is an attempt to look at some of those 400 toys that I filmed over a year from early 2020 when lockdown began with COVID until almost a year later. And we had to do it in my kitchen, which we had just a little on my laptop. We had a camera there. I think we got an extra one, but it needs the 4K system. It needs a really good system as we have in the studio. So quite a number of them we should be showing because you'll be able to see far better detail. So this is the first lot. This is a bit of fun. I showed Bliss. It looks ridiculous because it's like a hollow fork and a hollow spoon. But it's actually a perfectly sensible thing to have in the house, in the kitchen, because it's actually salads for salads. So you pick up the lettuces like that and put them on your plate and so on. So it's actually a little thing any well-provided kitchen would hope to have for their guests. So I do occasionally have things which are pure nonsense because they are hollow and they don't do anything when they're a hollow state, but that is intended to be used when it's as it is, it's hollow. This is another thing I had from that time. It's you see what it is? That's a clip there. It goes here, and of course it's a fish. I think it's when you're having fish meal with the guests, and you decide to put one of these on to remind the guests what they're eating. Something like that, anyway. It's quite stiff plastic, but anyway, it does fit on perfectly well, and clip fittings. Well, this is the clip-on tie, so I like those very much. Something ridiculous here, which I've never used. I've taken it out and thought this is ridiculous. It's an inflatable dartboard, and that means it's not one of those dartboards which has got it's got little suckers on the thing, so it doesn't damage it. This does actually damage the things too. So there's the dartboard, it inflates, you put it on the wall, there's the inflating point there, and fire away with your dart game. But look at the darts. Proper darts. So you pull that off, that's then they've got a sharp point in there. It goes into that. The dartboard gradually deflates as you're making more holes, and then you're provided with a sealant, and rubber cement in order to make up the dartboard so it can be used again for a second and third and fourth time. Eventually, so many holes, I don't know what you do with it eventually, but I haven't used it. I just thought it would be a lovely thing to show people, something that seems to be quite pointless. But people enjoy themselves anyway. So an inflatable dartboard with proper darts, not sucker darts. It's a bit of fun. This is a very nice little item. It came out quite well in the main filming. It's a little box containing a very, very small newspaper. I'll show them up. I'll hold it up here so you can see what the quality is like. You need more than you need a proper optician's loupe, I think, to bring this up to your eye, and then you can read the newspaper. But the paper hasn't been made thin, so there's one inside. There's several pages, which I won't show, there's too many to look at. But it does actually work as a little tiny, tiny newspaper. And there are in my collection quite a number of items which are more than just fun, because they actually work in a miniaturized form. And that's an example of one of my mini toys. And the last one is delightful. I've forgotten this. It comes from 1980, when I was collecting things 45 years ago. And the idea is it's a robot. It's got two lots of batteries, which I've forgotten about. One lot of batteries in here, another one down here, because there's two different actions. The first thing you have to do, unfortunately, is to load the thing up. And that means I think I ought to see if I can find a way of putting a thin, slim pencil or a very fine piece of wood and thread them onto this, and then it's not quite so awkward. There we are. There's one here which goes about and about and about and about. And then the second one, when it's done, I can do the two together as well, scatters all over the place. So in order not to lose some of the stuff, if I counted them, and I've got 12 pieces to pick up at the end. So here we go. I like lit up eyes, that's nice, isn't it? Oh boy! Well done, fella, you've done a good job there. Yep, it's all gone. Oh, goodness. So that's just the first of my lockdown toys to show. More to come.